Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Magic Kingdom, where dreams come true.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast. My name is Parkhopper John. I come to you from WDWParkhoppers.com. Joining me, as always, is my cohort in crime, my best buddy, your good friend and mine, Mr. Tony Casanova from Disney by the Numbers. Good evening, my friend. How you doing?
I am doing pretty good for a Monday. You know?
Yeah.
I got we have a good event coming up tomorrow, Tuesday, so that'll be good. And then I got some things happening already on Thursday and this weekend. So, yeah, it's looking like a fun week, I think.
Excellent. We're very excited. Do you want to tell everybody what we're doing tomorrow, or just want to leave them hanging as a suspense?
Yeah, we could tell them.
By the time they hear it, it'll have been yesterday or earlier in the week.
Right, yeah, it'll be over.
Yeah,
and we'll be telling you about them next week.
Right.
So, go ahead.
So we are lucky enough to be on a list where we get invited to speak. No, sorry. We get invited to watch movies when they come out. Marvel movies, Disney movies. And so we're going to go see Captain America Civil War tomorrow. Being the nerd that I am, I cannot wait for this. I'm so super excited. I've been reading Civil War in the Marvel app, getting ready for this, and I think the Marvel universe is about to be shaken to its very core.
Yeah. Everybody is out doing the promotion already. It's Chris Evans was out there, Ashley, whatever the twin sister thing was out.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah, Elizabeth, whatever. The unwanted sister.
The hotter sister.
Mackie was on, I think, something last night. So they're all out doing the promo for this movie already, because it's going to hit the theaters on Friday, and they're, promoting the snot out of it.
Right.
So it'll be good. Are you a Captain America or are you a Iron Man? Which side of the war are you on, John?
Well, if they go the route of the comic book, which it seems to be from a couple of trailers I've seen, I am definitely Team Cap, because have you seen any of the trailers? You haven't seen any of the trailers.
You know me, I don't watch trailers.
Okay.
I don't want to see the movie in 60-second spots.
There's a line that Iron Man says that they need to be monitored.
Ooh.
And that's kind of where all this comes from. And the ironic thing is, they need to be monitored so they don't create things like Ultron. Wait a minute, who created Ultron? Oh, yeah, that was Tony Stark.
Yeah.
So it's ironic that he's the one saying, oh, yeah, we need to be monitored.
I'm gonna wear my Iron Man shirt tomorrow. So you wear your Cap shirt.
Okay. Yeah. I'll do that.
You have your Cap shirt, right?
Yeah, I do.
I'll wear my Iron Man shirt.
Are you talking about the Iron Man, the Disney?
The DBTN.
Yeah,
t-shirt.
the DBTN. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Excellent. Hey, before we get into the business of it, we have kind of moved over from Blab as a necessity. We've had a lot of headaches with Blab, so most of you are probably listening to this, but moving forward, here's what we've come up with. We've struck up on a pretty decent idea
so far.
We're sharing this on our YouTube page. Love to see you on YouTube. Watch it live. We're also sharing it on live on the DisneyParksPodcast.com. And we would love to see you over there. how we're going to handle comments. I think it's going to be a combination of we can monitor comments on YouTube, we can monitor comments on the blog, we can monitor comments on Facebook. So I've got it on Parkhoppers. It's over on the Disney Parks Podcast Facebook as well. You can monitor and chat there. We can also probably monitor and chat the YouTube page as well as comments in the Disney Parks Podcast comments. So until we come up with a better way to do that or figure out a way that everybody needs to be logged into a Google Plus page, that's kind of what we've got right now. So we got spoiled by Blab, and we're going to figure it out. We promise. We're going to keep working at it because I love the live aspect of having people watch and chat while we were recording.
Yeah. Well, we have 4 viewers now, so that's good.
We do. That's great. We thank you guys for watching. Thanks for bringing us over.
Our problem is we want to do it live and record it so that if you don't get it live, you can get it.
Exactly.
That's our conundrum. We want to do it live, but we need to record it so that the people that can't be here live can listen to this at some later date or time or place. And as our survey says, nobody really listens to this.
That's important.
They listen to it while they're exercising or doing other things. So it's good. It's good.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what our survey says. We need to really go over that survey with a fine-tooth comb now. It's been a while, and we haven't really had time. We've been busy, but we got to get back to that.
Yep.
Because there's some good stuff in there we can utilize to make this a little better. That's the whole idea of it. Yep. Hey, as always, or as of lately, this show is sponsored by our good friends at themeparkconcierge.com. And, John, are you a planner or you are not a planner? You like
not a planner.
Not a planner?
Yeah.
All right.
Not a planner.
Well, then Theme Park Concierge may be able to help you. They can find out everything about you and your travel plans and what you like to do, what you don't like to do, what you like to eat, where you don't like to eat, the rides you like, the places you like, the parks you like, and then come up with a plan for you, customized and tailored to your traveling needs, whether you like to take a nap in the afternoon, you want to go back for the stuff at night. They can do all of that for you, okay? And if you are coming to Central Florida, they can do Walt Disney World, Universal, Busch Gardens, and what else does SeaWorld, all that planning for you. Please go visit them at themeparkconcierge.com. Check out their website. Check out all the services that they offer. They offer full days and half days. And when we're talking a full day, we're talking from like rope drop to park close. That is a full day. It's not just 8 hours. It could be 12 hours if the park is open for 12 hours. So they can do all that. They also now do Disneyland. And our good friend Shelby, who I've been trying to convince to get back on the show to talk about those things, he will help them take care of Disneyland with another person. So if you want to contact Ramon and his team at 407-257-9973, you can find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Ramon VIP and go visit their newly redone wonderful site called Theme Park Concierges with an S.com. Tell them the Disney Parks Podcast sent you and you'll receive 10% off your total. All right. The next thing up on our list is the Disney by the Numbers T-shirt club. We mentioned this a couple times now. It is an exclusive club that was for the Disney by the Numbers fans and community. And now we're opening up to the Disney Parks podcast community. We feel that we've tested the methodology, and now we can expand it a little bit more. So the way the club works is very simple. At the beginning of each month, you will get an email with a new shirt design, and then you'll have until the 10th of that month to purchase said shirt. After that, the shirt goes away, and then it gets delivered at the end of the month. And then each month, you'll get a new shirt. We don't stock these shirts. We don't catalog these shirts. So if you don't get it by the 10th when you're supposed to place your order, it just goes away. And then you'll have to wait for the next month. You are at no obligation to buy any shirt. You can sign up by going to DisneyByTheNumbers.com. And on the left-hand side, you'll see the DBTN T-shirt club. Sign up right there, and then you'll receive your email each month, and you can purchase shirts. Shirts are, you have to be sitting down, a Disney-themed design shirt exclusively for us will only be $13, and extended sizes are only $16, and shipping is $5 up to 4 shirts. So that is a steal, my friends. If you have not bought a Disney shirt, they are now at the $29 to $39.99 for a T-shirt. So getting a shirt for $13 is crazy.
Totally crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm going to talk about this next thing too. We have our meetup on May 14th. It's our Let's Go Fly a Kite. And we are going to have this at Celebration. It's right next to the church. It's called the Corpus Christi Church, I believe. And the address is 1050 Celebration Avenue in Celebration. And that is the city that Disney built and owned. A management company is running it now, but they're still the people that own it. We're going to have our meetup there from 3 to something. We hope it doesn't rain. It's afternoon, 3 to 6. We hope it doesn't rain because it is afternoon shower season, Mayish. And somebody pointed out to me today that I should mention that it's really not a park. It's a big green field. So maybe you want to bring a lawn chair or bottle of water, because it's not that it's far from town, but it is a little bit, couple minutes away from the town. Or if you want a place to sit, you probably could sit in your car, on the trunk of your car or something like that. But you may want to bring a lawn chair if you want to watch us fly a kite and you don't want to be participating. You should do that. So that's a good idea too. I'll probably bring a chair, and maybe I'll stop and get some bottled waters for everybody, cooler bottled water too. So that is on May 14th, 3 o'clock. We are going to supply the kites, so don't bring a kite. Our good friends at X Kites sent us lots and lots of awesome kites. We got small kites, medium kites, large kites. We got Disney kites, Marvel kites. We got Star Wars kites. We got lots of kites. Trust me. There is a kite for every person and flavor you can imagine. So you'll fly a kite, and if you don't want to take that kite with you, we'll give you another kite to take home.
Because that's just the kind of people that we are. We're going to give you more kites than you can possibly imagine.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that event. Somebody needs to bring a boom box or something so we can play Mary Poppins.
I got my car. I got some tunes we can play.
Sweet. Awesome. And the last thing we want to encourage you to do is to make sure that you share the podcast with your friends. Tell everybody about the Disney Parks Podcast. Maybe you can like it and share it on the Facebooks and the Twitter. And we also want to encourage you. We finally got everything lined up, so we're on Google Play. So if you're on iTunes, if you're on Stitcher, if you're on any of the other podcast catchers, we are now officially on Google Play. So there's no reason that you can't listen to the Disney Parks Podcast, no matter where you are. So Please, thank you for listening. Share it with your friends. Pass the word around, and that's the way that we're going to grow the community. And that's really what it's all about: having a good time, growing a community, and talking about the place that we love the most, which is Disney World. So, all right, I think that's it for the housekeeping.
Yep.
Tony, are you ready to get into the news? All right, we have a lot of really interesting information from different places here, and we're going to start out by going all the way over to Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. So the Tokyo Disneyland Facilities Development Plan has released the Grand Circuit Raceway, Starjets, and some food facilities and shops are currently in Tomorrowland. They are going to close permanently to make way for the proposed redevelopment and the expansion of Fantasyland. That will include a theater for live performances and a new area anchored by a major attraction themed to Beauty and the Beast. In neighboring Tomorrowland and Toonland, a new attraction and a Disney character greeting facility will be open in each themed land, respectively. Total investment for the development of the new area facilities is expected to be around $75 billion?
Yen.
Ah, whoo! I didn't read that far enough.
That's $3.
75 billion Japanese yen.
Yeah.
In addition, plans are being developed for a new version of current attractions and entertainment programs. So they're getting ready to riggedy wreck that place over there.
Yeah. And I have to tell you that this list that I collected doesn't even really have all the details. This is just like the Reader's Digest version of everything they threw out. So this is, like I said, the short version of the list.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. So next is, we have a tentative name for Beauty and the Beast area. This new area opening in Fantasyland will let guests experience the world of the Disney film Beauty and the Beast with the Beast Castle and the village where Belle lives. The entire environment of this area will make guests feel like they are actually in the film. Located within the Beast Castle will be a major attraction themed to Beauty and the Beast that can be experienced only in Japan. And in the village, there will be a shop and a restaurant. So it feels a little bit like they're taking some of the ideas from our Fantasyland and taking it over to Japan.
Yeah, I think it is exactly like that.
Yeah. Why not? They've got the plans.
Yeah.
So they've also got a live entertainment theater, opening in the new area of Fantasyland. This will be a full-scale indoor theater for live entertainment at Tokyo Disneyland. Signature Disney entertainment unique to Tokyo Disneyland and featuring the Disney Friends will be presented in this storybook theater environment. That's cool. Everybody needs a theater.
Yeah. That's going to be like our Club Disney.
You think?
A multi-purpose building.
Oh, yeah, that would probably
be... A black box building.
Yeah, but it'll be a theater, though, right?
Yeah, it'll be a theater.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So there's a new attraction themed to the Disney movie Big Hero 6. Why? I love this. Why can't we get this? Yeah. A ride-type attraction themed to Big Hero 6 will be opened in Tomorrowland. Also, for the first time in either Tokyo Disneyland or Tokyo Disney Sea, a shop themed to outer space and selling popcorn in multiple flavors will open next to the new attraction. Is popcorn a big deal in Japan?
I don't know. That's what I was like, do they not have popcorn?
It just seems odd
Maybe
and sad. How can you not have popcorn? It's great. You know,
but I'd like to see this Big Hero 6. This ought to be interesting.
No crap, right?
I know. Next, again, tell us they're going to get a Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Yeah, well, Disneyland's getting that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
So there's also going to be a new Disney character greeting facility where guests can meet Minnie Mouse. That's going to be open in Toontown. Now, I'm assuming there's going to be more than just Minnie Mouse because that seems a little one-sided.
Yeah, no, probably going to be like the character spot. Is my guess.
Yeah, it makes sense. Tokyo Disney Sea is going to have a large-scale simulator-type attraction that will open in Mediterranean Harbor in Tokyo Disney Sea. In addition, plans are being developed for new versions of current attractions and entertainment programs. So this is making me wonder, they're not going to roll all this out at one time. They'd have to close the park down.
No, it's all the way up until 2020.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
A simulator attraction, a la Soarin', will open at Mediterranean Harbor at Disney Sea. This very popular attraction, which has been enjoyed by guests visiting Disney parks outside of Japan, can now be experienced at Tokyo Disney Sea with original scenes and the newest visual images. So that should be fun. They're getting their own version of Soarin'.
Yeah.
Seems only fair.
Yeah, they're going to get a cross of Soarin' over California and Soarin' over the world. I think they're going to get a hybrid version.
That'd be nice. I think that's a good deal.
See, and that almost makes me think, well, if you have 3 theaters now, why don't you give us a choice? Do you want to see the old one, all spiffied up, with a new screen, or do you want to go see the new one?
That would create so much chaos. You know Disney's not going to go for that.
It's going to be one giant line anyway. Why couldn't you just say which one? You know, two theaters that way, one theater that way.
Fair enough.
You know?
Fair enough.
Right. Just tossing it out there, Disney.
Yeah, just tossing it out there.
Yeah, just think with your head, not with your wallet.
We can't have any worse ideas.
That's true. That's very true. All right, hopping over to Disneyland Paris continues to enrich its offer with some more entertainment this summer. And this year they're getting the Mickey and the Magician. And I think this is I think this was over at Disneyland. It was the Map and the Magician.
Right. Yeah, Mickey and the Magical Map.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be very, very similar to that. So this is a new production created especially for the Walt Disney Studio Park, which will stage the mouse with which it all begins. So I don't know. I'm not believing that completely from the text I was reading. Mickey is about to become a hero of complexity, a completely new story, far from his last master role ceremony. I hate reading the French text because it's like the translation is so far off.
It's so weird how they translate this stuff, and
I know.
Awkward to speak.
Yeah. I'll let you in on a secret. We get a lot of this directly from the press sites of these parks. And sometimes it is translated poorly, but needless to say, translated. It will be a unique experience where the illusions is his dream of service, fort lessons that will be issued by a major wizard, Disney. He will fulfill his destiny. It's like, it's not even English, to become a great magician. Let's just say Disneyland Paris is getting a new show, John.
Yeah, let's go with that. Good call. Good call.
Oh, gosh. Can't even... I think this is, from also there was a couple images, and it almost looks a little phantasmic-ish. You know, like Mickey's having a dream about being a magician. So it was like almost the magician map story with a little part of the phantasmic dreaming kind of thing in there.
Still stealing that Fantasia idea. Can't get away from it.
Yeah, you can't kill it.
Cannot kill it.
You can't kill it.
Well, that was a good try, buddy. It's like whoever's over at Disneyland Paris decided, or wherever Disneyland Paris decided, hey, just run it through Google. Just run it through Google Translate. Those Americans, they don't care. They can't read anyway, so who cares? Hey, if you're out and about in the parks and you see all those magic bands and you look at your own gray magic band and you're like, oh man, I would really like something cool. Go visit our friends at magicyourbands.com. They have so many incredible designs. And they offer you the ability to design your own magic band. The cool thing is you go out and you get a magic band for each trip. You can get a magic band for each day. They're economically priced. You could actually do that, and it would be really neat. So you never have to have the same old look around your wrist. And what you could do is you can click on the link at Disney Parks Podcast, or you can go visit magicyourbands.com. But definitely use Disney Parks Podcast to check out, and you can save 10%. The good folks over at Magic Your Bands have been great to us. They're good friends. They're good folks. So please, if you're going to try to customize your bands, maybe you have like a wedding or a family reunion or some special date, definitely check these guys out. They're amazing. They have high quality work. And their pre-made bands, the one that they just released for the Haunted Mansion, that's got like the wallpaper from the wallpaper in the house and the glowing eyes and stuff, and it glows in the dark. It's phenomenal. I love it. I've got to get a couple of copies of those because I just want them. So magicyourbands.com, click on the link for Disney Parks Podcast. Save yourself 10% by using the code Disney Parks Podcast. Well, Disney's gone and done it. They've figured out a way to make it work. And Cinderella Castle is now going to serve as a backdrop for magical matrimonies. The fairest wedding wish of all comes true as couples can now say their I do's in the heart of the Magic Kingdom Park with enchanting Cinderella-like weddings now offered at Walt Disney World Resort. For the first time forever, I almost said first time in forever. For the first time ever, Magic Kingdom Park goers may enjoy unforgettable glimpses of once-in-a-lifetime celebrations as trumpeters herald a bride's grand entrance down Main Street, USA, aboard Cinderella's glass coach or horse-drawn carriage as ceremonies are staged in the morning hour just after the official rope drop at park entrance. As a part of the popular Wishes collection, couples can now exchange vows in the newly enhanced East Plaza Garden, offering up to 100 guests a picture-perfect view of Cinderella Castle. The colorful floral and customized decor enhance the lush garden setting, creating an elegant venue fit for a princess. After the celebrated I Do, guests are whisked off for reception festivities at a variety of locations throughout Walt Disney World Resort. The expert team at Disney Fairy Tale Weddings and Honeymoons has helped to create and execute fantasy engagements, weddings, and honeymoons for almost 25 years, delivering everything couples may dream about for an unforgettable event. Guests may choose from a variety of magical settings and destinations around the world, including theme parks, breathtaking beaches, and grand ballrooms. This top-ranked wedding and honeymoon destination hosts more than 1,200 weddings yearly at Walt Disney World Resort. Now, Disney's Fairy Tale Wedding Package collection starts at $2,500, and custom experiences begin at $12,000. Premier locations such as Magic Kingdom Park, with a completely customized ceremony and reception for 100 guests, starts at
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
$75,000. Holy synergy.
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Now
you have to do this at rope drop and probably be out within the hour. That's my guess. Yeah.
Right. And the thing about that bothers me, I would love to see how they do it. I don't know exactly where this garden is.
It's the Fast Pass viewing area.
Which one?
On the East Garden, on the right-hand side of the hub.
Okay, so I guess what they're going to do is they're going to block guests from being able to go through the castle. Because
probably.
If I'm spending $75,000...
Well, it's that rope drop. There'll be nobody there.
That's not true.
You got to remember, everybody's going this way. They're not coming through the castle yet.
They're not, but they're going through the castle.
Yeah, they're not going to let anybody through the castle.
I would expect for $75,000 that there's not a guest in the shot at all. I'm
Probably
sure
not.
that they've thought about that. But the thing that I found most funny about this article was the fact that the bride can come down Main Street, USA. Mm-hmm. She's all decked out, glowing white robe, veil, and the husband-to-be sitting there next to Mom from Czechoslovakia and Skivo from Tampa and Bruno from Georgia. And they're just trying to get to, whatever attraction, and they're dressed like tourists.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah. Listen, they'll probably hold them back, and they'll tell them you have to go to the left through Adventureland, or the right through Tomorrowland and into Fantasyland if you want to get to the back park until the ceremony's over, and then they'll just let everybody loose. That's what I assume. I don't think they're going to allow. Listen, if I'm paying $75,000, I'm with you. There better not be anybody in my $75,000 picture shot of the castle.
I made a living.
I am surprised it's taken this long to get.
Oh yeah,
done.
Me too. Weird, right?
Yeah.
I made a living as the wedding singer. I was in a wedding band. We charged a lot of money.
$75,000, John?
No, not $75,000.
Sure, change yourself.
And I could just imagine. Well, you don't know how good we were or weren't. I can just imagine if somebody is spending $75,000, how much of a pain in the absolute ass the parents of the bride and groom would be.
$75,000 is really not a lot for a wedding.
Correct, but you're not going to, I don't think you're going to get, I'd like to dig into what the reception means, But $75,000 for a ceremony that you have to deal with tourists and you have to deal with all that traffic and stuff. And when they say guests will be whisked away,
quickly taken out of the park so we can open it up for the paying guests.
That's right. Please leave. They're probably going to be whisked away in the same vehicles as they're going to be whisking away all those people that paid for the early morning magic hours.
No, I think they're going to go right out the new exit.
Oh, yeah.
To that parking lot where they'll have vehicles. Yeah. To, like a bus, a rented bus, and load them up on a bus and take them to wherever the reception is.
Yep.
The bad thing about this, too, is you're probably going to have to get up at the crack of dawn. You're probably going to, be there like 7 o'clock in the morning or something. So the ceremony can happen at 8 and be out by 9.
Right.
On a, I don't know, a normal business day. Yeah. I don't know.
Tuesday, and stop and think about it. I don't know, I'm not a girl, but I married one. And she just didn't slap makeup and her hair together.
Yeah.
It's a process.
It's hours.
So you have to get up at like
3 a.m.,
3 or 4 in the morning to be prepped to get ready to get married. Yeah. Great concept. I'm just not sure, but you know what? I know a ton of people who will sign up for this. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to be there when somebody does this. I'd like to see it in action.
Yeah,
so
me too.
If you are getting married and you are going to do this, please invite the Disney park. You don't have to invite us. Let us know when you're going to do this so we can just go to the park and check it out for you.
Yes. But I'll take some
auxiliary video from different angles.
We would be willing to attend. I would love to see it. Sure. I would love to see it.
Be willing to attend, but I don't want to have to,
dress
ding up your $75,000 bill. All right, if you like listening to the show and you enjoy this entertainment, as we like to call it, go visit us at patreon.com. That is patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast, and you can contribute there. We have many different levels of contribution, as as low as $1, $5, $10, whatever you want. And there's different awards or rewards for signing up. We have a new person, Eva Gibbs. Thank you for your donation. I am going to try to put together something and get it out to the FedEx to you this week. So I appreciate that. We know you didn't want one of the rewards, but we are going to send you one anyway because we are nice people that kind of way.
We don't care what you want.
Yeah.
We're going to do it anyway.
We're going to send it to you anyway, whether you like it or not.
In a good way, though. That's a good way.
Yeah. So.
I think.
All right, so a new version of a popular U.S. attraction will debut in China with the thrilling bird's eye views of Earth's scenic wonders, a.k.a. Soarin'. Imagine a wind through your hair, flight above the Great Wall of China, and lift your feet until they touch the journey of the Great Pyramids of Egypt, or the seat of your pants dash through the Eiffel Tower of Paris. These are just a few of the more than dozen breathtaking and innovative ways guests will be able to experience the wonders of the world on the groundbreaking Soarin' Around the World, which premieres June 17th at Epcot in Walt Disney World Resort, just after the attraction's world debut at Shanghai Disney Resort. In addition to the new film, a third theater will be a reimagined interactive queue, all new interactive queue, I should say, as I've been reading, will be added to the attraction. As the next generation of the popular Soarin' attraction, Soarin' Around the World is an exhilarating aerial adventure and immersive guests in a multi-sensory experience complete with stunning sights, spectacular sounds, and subtle scents. Now, I wonder what we're going to smell this time. Smell-o-vision. Are we going to smell like croissants as we go through the Eiffel Tower?
I hope that it smells like croissants because I've been to Paris and
what does the Great Wall of China smell like?
I don't know, but I know what the streets of Paris smell like, and I
Yeah.
hope that that's not part of the show.
All right. Guests won't just see these gorgeous landscapes with their eyes. They will use all of their senses to feel, smell, and hear the world through this thrilling experience that could only be created by Disney. This will be employing high-definition laser projected footage and innovative motion-based ride technology, all developed by the Walt Disney Imagineering. Soaring around the world lifts 87 guests at a time, 40 feet aloft, into an 80-foot projection screen dome. The effect is that the guest's entire field of vision is filled with panoramic beauty, giving the sensation that they are actually flying over the globe's grand landmarks, natural and man-made. And what I was reading recently is the way they shot some of these pictures. They had to invent some new camera stuff to get some of these shots the way they wanted them. So that should be interesting. Some of the scenes we're going to see, I guess.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah,
Very
and I like that it'll be a laser projection. It's not going to be, the film version of what we have today. Have you ever seen the film? It's like on a huge
it's ginormous.
huge platter.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Shanghai, the attraction goes by a different name. It'll be Soaring Over the Horizon, which is to better fit its location and adventure aisle at Shanghai Disneyland because of the spirit of exploration and discovery. Soaring Around the World is also enhanced by its majestic musical score composed by Bruce Broughton, based on the original Soarin' score by the late film and television composer Jerry Goldsmith, and performed by the London Studio Orchestra. So, new movie, new camera technology, new music score, new interactive cue. Does it get any better?
Who could ask for anything more?
Who could ask for anything more? I'm excited. I love Soarin's in my top 3 probably attractions.
Yeah.
So I do like that attraction a lot. So I'm glad that they are fixing it. I will tell you, if you ever take, I saw it on Adventure by Disney, but I think they offer it now in other behind the scenes. If you ever get a chance, go see the behind the scenes of Soarin'. It's quite an interesting attraction to see. We saw it from behind the screen.
Huh.
They
that
took
must
us
have been
behind.
interesting.
Yeah, it's behind the screen. It's actually not really a screen. It's a piece of metal that's perforated.
Right.
And and let me tell you, bring hearing protection. It is loud, very, very loud.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of speakers. Hey, last week we had trivia question number 4. That was how many tons of steel was used in the construction of Expedition Everest, I believe. And we have a winner. Jeff Pike was correct with 1,800 tons of steel.
Awesome.
Yep. And if you don't remember, that is 6 times more than an average office building.
That's cray. That's crazy. Yeah. And the Yeti is still pulling away from
still
it.
Broken.
Still broken.
Dear Joe Rody.
Hey, Joe, remember when you told me a couple of weeks ago that you were working on it every day? How's your progress been today, buddy?
Can you send John a progress report? He feels a little slighted.
I want a freaking Instagram every day just to prove that you're working on it every day.
All right, let's come up with a trivia question, John. Let's see.
Page 64.
Yeah, you want to do page 64? It's close.
Question 5.
Where is 64? It's right after 63, right?
Or fact 5.
64.
Scintillating podcasting.
Yeah, it's really, let's go a little bit this way.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's not even good. Let's find something interesting. I should probably have these pre-planned, huh?
Sure, but coming from the guy that put all the news together, I'm pretty much okay with you taking time because I can edit like a beast.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Kelly River Rapids again. It's raining like snot here. Okay. Yes, I can. I like that question. I'm too picky is my problem. All right, here you go. This is a good question. And I usually get asked, how do I know and who counted? How many bricks are in the American Adventure building?
Wow.
I will tell you this. A, I did not count them.
Good call.
I don't have that kind of free time. I wasn't there during the construction, but it was published in a couple different places, so that's why I used this fact. But tell us how many bricks are in the American Adventure building. Please don't go and try and count them. I think you will have a very difficult time trying to get to some of the interior locations where you can't actually see bricks.
And behind the location, which you cannot get to.
So those that are listening to this live, all two of you, you will get the question now. Hopefully we'll increase that number as we get our word out. But if you want, listen to this live. You'll be able to hear the question and then go do your research. We'll post it on the blog either today or tomorrow, and you'll have until Sunday to get your answers in. And then we'll pick a winner on Sunday night.
Sweet.
And we send you a prize. You win a little something. We do have to do, I think, a little raffle copter thing because we got some of that swag from
the media event.
Yes, that. And I am not keeping all of it. I don't have a place for all of that.
I'm shocked that you're keeping any of it, to be honest with you. Are you going to give away the purple monkey?
Yes. The monkey is going. I'm probably going to keep. Yeah, the shoe is going. I'm probably going to keep the Tommy Bahama bottle opener because I can use one of those. And I also have a Simba that I just recently received from Disney Music.
Awesome.
Yeah, Shelby won that raffle copter that was run on Disney by the Numbers. And I'm going to get rid of my Simba. But yeah, we have those bags. I got the water bottle. There's a bunch of stuff we can give away.
Yeah, I've got fleece throws.
Yeah, fleece throws.
Yeah, it's nice. It was nice.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to disparage it. I mean, it was great. I was so grateful to be a part of it, so I'm not going to say what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do one or two things a month, over the next couple months, get rid of it that way.
Cool.
I'll have to do something nice that people can win them.
Yep. Hey, if you're a big fan of Star Wars, the Star Wars souvenir glass set is coming to food and beverage locations on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Can I have your credit card, please?
Yes.
At select food and locations at the Disneyland Resort, guests may purchase a Star Wars souvenir glass exclusive to Disney parks. Now, the glasses are $12.99 each with the purchase of any menu item. Kylo Ren and Chewbacca are available at Red Rocket's Pizza Port, while BB-8 and the Stormtrooper can be found at the Galactic Grill. The glasses are expected to be available at Walt Disney World, but no announcement has been made as of yet. So much for the May 4th celebration at Disney World. Yeah.
Maybe we're not going to get them at all.
Well, it's said that we're supposed to, but
yeah, you never know.
Not. You never know. You never know.
All right, rumor time is, you ready? Wilderness Lodge is villas, the new villas they're building are going to have a new name. And the name will be the Copper Creek Cabins and Villas at Disney's Wilderness Lodge.
Yay.
So let's finish here. So, what is Copper Creek? It's the name derived from the Copper River in Alaska, which produces salmon that are served for a short period of time annually at the resort's Artist Point restaurant. So, this is believed to be the name of this new place. No formal announcement has been made by Disney as of yet, but this is what's being surfed around on the internet. And somebody asked, why is it getting a different name than the current DVC? And my answer was this. It's the only resort right now that has two separate DVC contracts. So one will be the villas at Wilderness Lodge, and this will be the Copper Creek Cabins villas at Disney's Wilderness Lodge.
Yep.
So that's the reason, my friends.
So if you're unhappy because you are DVC and you're not getting your new place.
Yeah.
It's not part of your DVC.
I should mention this side note DVC item I just read. Ken Potrock, who runs Disney Vacation Club, Adventure by Disney, things, he is taking over the sales of Golden Oak.
Really?
Really? So, dear Ken, I would like to use my vacation points to stay at Golden Oak.
Yeah.
Can you let me know how many points I would need for a Golden Oak home for the weekend?
Dear Mr. Casanova, a lot. Your friend Ken Potrock.
No, really. I mean, listen, Mr. Potrock, if you are listening, I think you should take one of those, or two, or three, or maybe a dozen, and allow people to use their DVC points to stay there. I know people would do that. I know for a fact they would. Who would not want to stay there? John, would you not want to stay there?
No, I would like to stay there. I just don't think that Disney's gonna go for that, because it's not so much Disney being the problem. It's the people who've already purchased houses. And not all those houses are vacation rental houses. They're not vacation homes. They're legit homes. People actually, I don't know, crazy thought, live there. I don't think I would want vacation club members coming in, because my neighbors are my neighbors. And if I have a problem with my neighbor, I can go talk to them. But every week, some new yahoos are in the house partying and raising all sorts of hell. I don't think I want that.
Simple solution. Each one of those is, its own little gated area. So you have one area that's just for rentals. And then all the yahoos in that neighborhood are all rental DVC members anyway.
I could go for that. I think that would be cool. I'd be down with that.
See, it's a solution for everything, John.
Yeah, always a workaround with you, buddy. Always a workaround.
Always turning. Always, because I was thinking the same thing you were thinking. I'm thinking, listen, I already live in an HOA, and I know a couple of people in my townhouse building are renters. And, they don't take care of the neighborhood like I do because they're renting. They don't care. They're gonna leave someday. Unfortunately, I will still be here. So they don't take the same care as I do in the community. So I completely understand what you were saying, but, they have all those little gated areas. They just make one with, 6 of them. I don't think there'll be a huge demand because it'll probably cost 8 million points.
Right.
To stay there for a night. But I think they could do it. I think it's a viable solution. I would, listen, you'd have to get like 20 of your best friends to pool to stay in one of those things,
Yeah, bro, but it sleeps 6. Okay, we'll figure it out.
All right, I get. I'll bring the air mattress. I call the living room.
I'm sleeping in the pool. I'll just float.
Or the pool house.
I'll just float all night.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about the collective stemware for Disney and Star Wars that's available at Disneyland on May 4th. And hey, just to rub a little bit more salt in that wound, come celebrate all things Star Wars at Disneyland Park on May the 4th. Check this awesome stuff out. Disneyland Park is the place to be on this special day as we celebrate Star Wars. Now, what I meant to say was as they celebrate Star Wars, because we're not getting this over here at Walt Disney World. You already know that Tomorrowland is filled with new galactic experiences like Star Wars Launch Bay and Hyperspace Mountain. And now, on March 4th, fans can join even more celebrations. Head on over to Tomorrowland Theater for a special screening of an episode from the hit Disney XD animated series Star Wars Rebels. In the fan favorite episode, Shroud of Darkness, Kanan, Ezra, and Ahsoka return to the Jedi Temple on Lothal to find out how the Inquisitors have continually been able to track the rebels. Seeking the advice of Yoda, voiced by Frank Oz, the three will experience powerful visions that reveal the future, the past, and old friends long gone. Jedi and Sith alike can find special commemorative merchandise and all new Star Wars collector glasses. And be sure to capture your memories from the day at a unique themed photo location. Then the party jumps into light speed at 6 p.m. at the Galactic Grill stage with a fan celebration where Star Wars trivia and other special surprises will take place throughout the evening. I would probably read into that guest appearances.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah.
That's great. There are times when I would love to move over to the other coast just to experience it, but I don't understand why our friends at Disney are not allowing us to have an exceptional experience either.
I don't know what they have planned here for the 4th. They really haven't announced. I mean, today's the 2nd. What?
They don't have anything planned. I'm telling you. I'm looking for it. Nothing.
Yeah. That's a shame. Is it because the park is in such disrepair? Because they keep dismantling more and more things over there? Like the Eiffel Tower?
Well, if that were the case, you would think that they would bring more stuff in. I mean, you've shut down a good chunk of the park. I get it. Space is a little limited, but there's still a ton of space that you can use in different places. Yeah. I mean,
May the 4th would have been a great day to debut the new show.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah.
If you were gonna debut the show, the new Star Wars Galactic Spectacular Fireworks show, the thing that rolls right off the tongue, I think on May the 4th would have been a great day to do it.
One would think, wouldn't one?
Yes. All right. Anywho, we have more information about Sprinkles, the cupcake shop, opening at Disney Springs. We know now that it'll be opening on May 15th, which is the day after our kite meetup. So you can still go to the kite meetup and go get Sprinkles cupcakes on May the 15th. The famous cupcake bakery, Sprinkles, was announced to be arriving at Disney Springs this summer a while ago, but now we know that they will be opening their door on May 15th with the rest of Town Center. All 22 million shops are all opening up. The cupcake shop will also be premiering the first cupcake ATM in Orlando on the same date. It is touted as the world's first cupcake bakery by the Food Network. Sprinkles is proud to announce that it will open its newest location on May 15th. Right, we got that. As the 20th location for the brand nationwide, Sprinkles at Disney Springs will feature both traditional bakery offerings, such as freshly baked cupcakes and an assortment of ice creams and cookies, as well as the brand's unique cupcake ATM that dispenses freshly baked cupcakes and cookies for customers who want a sugar rush on the go. Sprinkles cupcakes are handcrafted from the finest ingredients and are available in a variety of flavors, such as banana, carrot, salty caramel, strawberry, and Sprinkles' best seller, Red Velvet, and I do like a Red Velvet cupcake, especially if it's got good cream cheese on it. The Orlando menu will also feature Sprinkles' signature cookies and ice cream, both of which come in a range of flavors such as Butter Pecan, Rocky Road, Captain Crunch, oh gosh, that sounds good, Snickerdoodle, Salted Oatmeal Cornflake, and Peanut Butter Pretzel Chip. Sprinkles also keeps an eye towards customers with specific dietary needs, and they offer vegan, gluten-free, sugar-free, sugar-free cupcake, cookie, and sorbet options. A highly unique aspect to Sprinkles is its exclusive Cupcake ATM, which offers guests tasty treats even when the bakery is closed. I like it. The Cupcake ATM is one of the bakery's most popular offerings, with Sprinkles at Disney Springs, I guess that's the official name, Sprinkles at Disney Springs, becoming the 12th ATM location. The Cupcake ATM can hold up to 400 cupcakes at one time and is constantly restocked throughout the day to ensure freshness. The Cupcake ATM will also carry dog-friendly cupcakes.
Yes.
So choose wisely.
Because we need that at Disney Springs.
So when it's 2 a.m., is that a doggy cupcake? Sprinkles will be open daily from 10 a.m. to midnight, and the Cupcake ATM will operate daily from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. Why is it got to close? If it's an ATM, it's at 24 hours a day?
Yeah, but who's going to restock it?
It holds 400 cupcakes. Restock it when you close. And if they're gone, they're gone. Right?
Okay. You're missing the point there, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Listen, I've been to an ATM that's out of money. Right?
Yeah, that's true. But that's a bad customer service experience.
That's just a bad day if it's out of money.
That's right.
Delivery of said cupcakes will be available within a 100-mile radius, online, and through phone ordering.
Oh my God.
Hello. Yes, I'd like to order. I'd like to order a dozen cupcakes, please. Yes, Disney Parks podcast, please. Yes. Right by the airport.
Ring ring. Hi. I'd like to order a dozen cupcakes.
Sprinkles at Disney Springs.
No. Ring ring.
Sprinkles at Disney Springs. Can I help you?
Yeah. I understand that you deliver within a 100-mile radius of Disney Springs.
There is one in Tampa.
No, hear me. You got to go with it. You got to role play it.
Okay.
Ring ring.
Disney Sprinkles at Disney Springs. Can I help you?
Yeah, I understand. Do you guys still deliver within a 100-mile radius of Disney Springs?
Yes, it's correct, sir.
That's incredible. I live in Plant City. Could you send one red cupcake over? Can you drive an hour to deliver me a damn cupcake? And better make sure that milk is cold.
All right. For more information on location, menus, pricing, and more stuff about the brand, go visit them at sprinkles.com. Our good friend Kristen Hetzel over at Dining at Disney also mentioned that they have a reward program. So the more cupcakes you buy, the better chance you have of getting a free one. I am already signed up because I know I am going to be buying many, many cupcakes. And I figured, hey, what the hell, right? So I'm excited for this place. I like cupcakes. I know not everybody's a cupcake fan, but hey, listen, they're gonna have cookies too, and ice cream, and so here is yet another ice cream place coming to Walt Disney World.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to start my workout regime.
I picked the wrong year to give up ice cream.
Yeah, I picked the wrong week to stop eating carbs. I think this is great. I don't want to piss everybody off who's going to listen to this.
I'm definitely gonna try that delivery thing.
I'm going to try it too. I love how everybody is now. Well, hey, we want to make sure that we have gluten vegan and all that stuff. Like, dude, we have one of those in Disney Springs already.
Yeah.
I mean, really? I mean, does everybody need to have that option? To which people out there who are dealing with some of those are going to go, well, hell yeah, I totally understand that. But I just think it's funny, you know, but I don't have that issue. I'm sorry if I offended you. I don't. It just caught me as funny. It's my opinion. Hate mail, just send it on.
Well, here's the question. Listen, I don't know where this is or what the building is, but I know McKenna's NYC Bakery. Obviously, they don't bake in the closet they've been allocated. They bake in a Disney kitchen and bring the product to there. So I don't know if they're going to be baking these somewhere else on Disney property and then bring them to Disney Springs, or how that's going to work. So we'll have to see.
If you thought those armored cars with the cash were being stalked by people, can you imagine what would happen if like a whole group of bloggers caught this whiff of one of those dudes carrying a couple hundred cupcakes? Be like a 3-legged cat getting jumped on by a pack of dogs. Sad's what I say. Sad, I tell you. Well, that's great. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to trying it, even though I'm currently trying to lose weight. I'd be willing to use a cheat day on an ATM cupcake. Totally worth it.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a piece of news that I was very excited to see when Guillermo del Toro, who is famous for Hellboy and so many great movies of the darker side, he's got an incredible vision, announced that he was working on a haunted mansion movie. I lost my mind. And that was a couple years ago. And I thought it just fell off the plate. It's not something he was going to ever do. But they came back and made an announcement, a live action haunted mansion movie directed by Guillermo del Toro has been obviously in the works since 2010. And we thought it fell off the list, but long story short, the movie's been stuck in what they call in the business development hell ever since, and Guillermo has moved on to other projects like Pacific Rim and Crimson Peak. But on Twitter, the writer and director provided a glimmer of hope for fans that are still awaiting his take on Disneyland's world-famous Ghostly Retreat. So I'm very excited by this. If you've seen Pan's Labyrinth or Hellboy, he's going to bring a version of the Haunted Mansion that I think that we will all appreciate. Might be a little dark for Disney, but it's certainly not going to be that Eddie Murphy monstrosity. Yeah.
Listen, you have no place to go but up. The bar has been set down here, so you can only do better. You can't do worse. I don't think that's even plausible or possible.
That is true, my friend. That is very, very true.
All right, I was not shocked to read this next story, but Disney is offering its annual pass holders half-off discounts on the after-hours event at the Magic Kingdom.
You mean they're not as successful as they thought they would be?
No, they're not.
My goodness.
Now, our dear friends Robin and Robin did make the plunge and go one night. So we might have to have them on to talk about that event and their fun times.
They should call and get their money back.
Yeah.
Get a refund on 50%.
At least get half of it.
Right.
Yep. So here's the deal. The event normally costs $150. If you are a pass holder, you can now get this on select days for $75. You have to be either an annual pass holder or a Disney Vacation Club member. So that opens up to a lot of people. Here's the catch. You can only purchase these half-off tickets by calling 407-560-PASS or 407-560-7277, or you have to actually go and get them at the park. You cannot get these online at all, so don't go looking.
Right.
Listen, from the few things I've read of people that have gone, they really said it's really only 1,000 people in the park. And that is it. They're not overselling this. They're not, they're not saying, oh, it's going to be, just a small, and then you go there and there's 30,000 people. It's 1,000 people and that's it. That's the cap. And from what I'm hearing is it's not even selling out. So, if they're capping it at 1,000 and only 500 people are going, think of the Magic Kingdom with 500 people. Just think of that vision in your head.
Crazy. Totally crazy.
It'd be like having the park to yourself. Literally, you can't bump into 500 people in that park. You would very rarely go, oh, didn't we just see you over by Space Mountain? No. I don't think it'll happen. So give it a shot. If you are here and you are a pass holder, a DVC member, from what I'm hearing, the experience is really a one-of-a-kind thing. And maybe this is not as successful as the breakfast one because that is including a meal. This is not,
right?
But the other thing,
but you get free drinks and
you get free drinks and ice cream, right? But do remember too, this is only from 2 hours, like 9 to 11. But you can go as early as 7 p.m., like a Halloween or Christmas party event.
Yeah,
so
but for a pass holder, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
But for a pass holder, who cares?
True. But if you're a DVC member and you're here on vacation, you may want the extra couple hours.
Fair enough.
Listen, there'll be still 20,000 people for the extra 2 hours, but hey, I'm just saying, at least
Fair
you
enough.
get a little extra bang for your $75.
Right. Totally get that. Makes sense. Is this something that you think you're going to do?
I'm at $75. Now I'm thinking about it. Now I really am. My only problem is it's during the summer. It's a little still hot and muggy at night.
Yeah.
I have to look at the dates. I think it's only May and the early part of June. So if I can catch it maybe at the tail end of May, it may not be a bad deal,
Well, for me, it's still $150 because
right.
for me and Sid to go, it's
I
still a little much for 2 hours.
Yeah.
For what you get. I appreciate Disney doing their best to try to make something work, but it's just not something that we're going to.
Yeah, I would use it as an opportunity to ride the mine train like there's no tomorrow. And then take pictures of things at night that I can never do during the day.
Right.
Get a nice, beautiful shot of, areas with nobody there.
Right.
That's what I did when, the few times that I was there, either in the morning or at night. I used that opportunity to take as many photos as I possibly could. It's just like, it was just like rapid fire, I filled up my car, dumped it, and then filled it up again.
Wow.
So that's what I would use it for. But
Cool.
That's just
All
me.
right. That's awesome.
Yep.
I am seriously thinking about buying a ticket to this. I can't go because it conflicts with
West
the date.
Coast.
But
It's also on the West Coast.
well, no, buying a ticket to the West Coast to go see this.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Jodie Benson,
Mm-hmm.
the original voice of Ariel, has set to reprise her role in The Little Mermaid live in concert. So the original voice of The Little Mermaid, Jodie Benson, is going to be at the Hollywood Bowl on June 6th. It was previously announced that the star-studded cast would be performing on June 4th and 5th, but now an extra date has been added to include Benson. The Little Mermaid live in concert will feature an amazing cast which will be singing the songs from the score of The Little Mermaid with a live orchestra as the movie plays in the background on the huge Hollywood Bowl screen. You will get to see Rebel Wilson as Ursula, which I don't like that casting call, John Stamos as Chef Louis, Titus Burgess as Sebastian, Norm Lewis as King Triton, Darren Criss as Eric, and Joshua Coley is Flounder. The Hollywood Bowl, June 3rd, June 4th, and June 6th at 8 p.m., so you can get your tickets through Ticketmaster. I love this.
Yeah, and the last time I checked, there still were tickets available, so I am surprised, really surprised that they are not sold out. Listen, Jody Benson's really high on my list of people to get on this podcast.
Right.
Which made me think when I was writing this, I have to work on that more. Because she is one person I really, 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 really would love to get on this podcast.
Absolutely. She's probably one of the most iconic princesses of our. She is probably the iconic princesses of our age.
She's my favorite. I think because she's so down to earth. I love the fact that she kept her cast card. I don't know. Anyway, all right. There's been a little price gouging going on at Disney, John. No surprise. Disney quietly and without any fanfare increased the prices of fountain drinks and bottled beverages in the theme parks. So soft drinks went from $2.99 to $3.29, which is a 10% uptick. Bottled water went from $2.75 to $3, which is a 9% increase. And here's the best. Really, Disney knows how to kick you when you're down. So the largest increase is for all the kid beverages, which includes the juices and the milks. Bottled apple juice rose 18%, and milk went up 35%. Now, Disney is trying to, make everybody healthy. Here's a little Disney check. This is good for you. But we're going to gouge you a good extra 35% for being healthy.
If you want to raise your blood pressure beyond normal levels, do a little Googling on the price of a soda.
It's about a penny.
Yeah, it's like the cup costs more than the water, the soda water.
The cup, the lid, and the straw cost more than the soda.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just do a little research on that, and that's going to piss you right off.
Listen, my father owned a restaurant. I know what soda costs. It's pennies. It's pennies.
Yeah.
Pennies.
Now, soft drinks went from $2.99 to $3.29.
Mm-hmm.
That's just one price. What about the other sizes?
The other three sizes, right? Two sizes. Yeah.
Everything went up 10%.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, seriously, if you think that coming to Walt Disney World is going to be something we're going to be able to do in 10 years on our budgets, no.
Yeah.
It's going to truly be a worldwide destination because we're not going to be able to afford it. Right. Only people who don't live here are going to be able to afford going to Walt Disney World. That is, unfortunately, a sad prediction that I'm coming to realize is going to happen.
Yeah. I don't think I would have, if you raised the soda 35%, I would have been fine with that. The fact that you raised the milk and the juice, the things that the kids, are healthy choices, that just pisses me off. That just makes me mad.
Well, to be fair, though, and I'm not defending Disney by any stretch of the imagination, prices for consumables like milk and fruit for juice, they have gone up. So, but the thing is, why can't Disney leverage its buying power and keep the prices low? Because it's Disney. The truth is even though it does cost more for them to, to buy the products of people who are creating, with the consumables that do cost more, Disney could charge whatever they want to for it because it doesn't cost them what we're paying. It doesn't cost them near that. They're just making more money because it makes sense. Yeah. We need to figure out a way to squeeze a little bit more money out of the park goers. We have more people in the parks. So if they can spend more money on soft drinks, we haven't, again, it goes back to what we talked about before. Disney's doing everything that they can to figure out how to make a little bit more money and not add anything to the bottom line. They're already selling soft drinks. Well, let's charge more for soft drinks. They're already selling food. Let's charge more for food. We're already selling popcorn. Let's start selling more popcorn. It's just this constant, well, the prices are $120 a day. Okay, next year, the prices are $125 a day. 5 years, the prices are $170 a day. There's going to be a day when we might be actually thinking, of a $200 a day
that'll happen.
ticket.
Oh, that'll happen. This is the price increase season: May, June, July. This is when Disney secretly raises things. Food, drinks, merchandise. They quietly raise all those things. The only thing that you ever see in the press is the fact that the tickets are going to go up, and that's going to happen soon too. It'll probably happen maybe June, July again. So it's going to happen. But these are the things that go unsaid in the news until somebody points it out like this, where they do the math and they go, 35% more for milk? I think with the meals, if you get like chicken nuggets and, apple slices, whatever, I think it includes a drink. And that's the reason that, there's bag check, because parents are bringing a backpack full of juice things and snacks for the kids, because who wants to pay Disney prices?
But you're allowed to bring your own food and beverage.
Oh, yeah, you can bring your own lunch. Yeah. You can bring your own peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah, it's inconvenient as heck, but you know what?
Yeah.
It's just like we have an interview coming up this Friday with Kevin Barry from the Frugal Mouse.
Right.
And he's got great ideas to save money, but as much of a pain in the butt as it is, if you pack a lunch and a bunch of snacks and pop them in a bag, you spend the $12 and get a locker, you don't have to deal with it. You don't have to carry it around. It's
Is that how much a locker costs? I don't even know how much a locker costs.
I think a locker costs you have to initially put down like $15, $20,
mm-hmm.
and then you give the key back, and I think the locker really only costs you like $5 to $10 a day, if that. Lockers are relatively inexpensive. I was shocked at how inexpensive they were. Don't quote me on that. I haven't looked it up recently. Locker charges are probably $45 a day now.
I always thought that they should also have lockers in the back of the park, not always in the front of the park.
Yeah, crazy, right? That's crazy that they wouldn't have lockers back there.
Put them, I don't know, back in Tomorrowland or something, or, I don't know. I always thought that they should be further back in the park where the guests are, rather than in the front of the park. At least give me an option. Maybe I want my stuff in the front of the park, or maybe I want my stuff in the back of the park. I don't know.
Right. I get that.
Options, baby, options.
Always thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have one more piece of news, and it's very interesting because normally when you see this kind of thing, you see it in the context of like a Comic-Con or a Disney D23. But Disney's released dates for a whole slate of different movies. We don't necessarily know exactly what those movies are, which makes more sense to come out at like a Comic-Con or a Disney D23. But claiming the day is a pretty big deal. So right off the blockbuster success of Jungle Book, Disney's been staking out several years worth of live action fairy tales. So, in grabbing the release dates, Disney's given a peek at its developmental pipeline. The studio confirmed that it's planning to make Cruella, a 101 Dalmatians spinoff with Emma Stone, as well as sequels to The Jungle Book and Maleficent. Angela Jolie is set to return as Maleficent, and Linda Wolverton, the screenwriter for the first film, will be handling script duties. Now, Jungle Book director Michael Favreau and writer Justin Marks are also returning for another trip into the wild, which I love it. I love that movie. I love that movie. And I love Jon Favreau. Anything he touches to me, gold. The company also confirmed that it's moving forward with Jennifer Lee's adaptation of Madeline Laing's A Wrinkle in Time, with Ava DuVernay directing. The Nutcracker and the Four Realms with director Lasse Hallström, My Life as a Dog, and writer Ashley Powell attached. A Tinkerbell project with Reese Witherspoon set to star, and Victoria Strauss writing. Jungle Cruise with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson set to star, and John Requa, and Glenn Ficarra writing. There's going to be a Dumbo movie with director Tim Burton and writer Aaron Kruger overseeing The Elephant Tale. In addition, Disney is said to be planning a sequel to Mary Poppins. a sequel to Mary Poppins with Emily Blunt and Hamilton creator Lin-Manuel Miranda starring and Rob Marshall directing. Given that these films are still in various stages of planning, it is possible that certain projects could fall out. It shows, however, the enormous confidence Disney has in its ability to make live-action fantasies. Not only has The Jungle Book been a critical and commercial success, but the studio has also reaped big benefits with Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, and the aforementioned Maleficent. The studio has staked out release dates, but did not say which product would be reserved for which slot. So it plans to release an untitled Disney live-action fairy tale on July 28th of 2017, on April 6th, 2018, and on December 20th, 2019. The company will also release live-action movies on August 3rd of 2018 and December 25th of 2018. Now that puts their releases in competition with several major films, among them Jumanji, Sony's animated Spider-Man film, and an untitled animated film from Paranorman creators, Laika. I've never been able to say that name.
Yeah.
So the Jungle Book and Mary Poppins sequels are farther along in their development process and will likely be among the first films snagging those dates. This kind of flag planting is becoming increasingly commonplace. Now studios plunge deeper into the tentpole business. They want to establish themselves in prime release dates years in advance. So this is exciting. Disney is starting to, I think they're starting to develop a little bit of that Marvel cinematic universe. Mm-hmm. Because Marvel, they told us what phase 1 was and phase 2. We're in the middle of phase 3. Right. Yeah. We're either in the middle of phase 3 or phase 3 is starting with Captain America. And so we're getting ready to find out, hopefully soon, what phase 4 and phase 5 are going to look like. But I think they're potentially holding that back until we find out what happens with Civil War. And the Infinity War is going to wreak havoc on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Plus, I've heard a lot of rumblings about some of the crazy stuff that they're thinking about doing movies on. So I think Disney is kind of emulating that, and it makes total sense. And they've always kind of done it, but not so far in advance, like 2020, 2019. That's crazy to think out that far. And I love the movies that they're choosing to do.
I was reading something in Entertainment Weekly, too, about this tent polling and this setting these dates. Apparently, it's become almost more important now to slam your flag in these dates because then it wards off other companies from trying to announce their movie when you have already put your stake in the ground. And apparently these studios now hire these marketing strategists that go out and do this crazy research on what days would be best for what type of movies and when they should get released. So there's somebody at the studio whose job it is to figure out what day the movie should get released based on its subject content.
Yeah, and I don't
like that job.
It'd be kind of interesting. I'm not a number cruncher, but it'd be interesting to see the process.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to go too far into the realm of Nutville, but if you think for one moment that anything that you see on TV or in the movies is by happenstance,
no,
there is teams of people who are researching every image that is put in your face. Maybe not so much here at Disney Parks Podcast, but for the most part, if Disney could put down their flagpole on a certain weekend, then Universal may not, want to put their movie down. And I think that that's, in a way, good because, we've had so many multiple movies, that very similar movies come out in the last couple of years. You've got one company doing a movie that's so similar to the next movie that it causes a problem, causes a little friction. Mm-hmm. So I think that when you're going to put out a Star Wars on a certain date, I don't think that, Paramount's going to want to put out a Star Trek against, is it still Paramount? It's going to put out a Star Trek against that because it's too much. It's going to thin the herd of people because nerds are only going to spend so much money.
Yeah, so that was interesting. So in that article, they did a comparison of ants versus bug life. Which one made more money? Because they were released just around the same time. So that's where this article was trying to explain this tent polling and picking these days in advance. So it's in Entertainment Weekly. You can go read that in there, and they did a comparison of this movie versus that movie. Very similar in nature. Like Armageddon versus Deep Impact. Which one made more movie? They were released around the same time, same concepts.
And if you want to hear a fascinating story in the book Disney Wars, it talks about specifically ants versus A Bug's Life.
Yes.
And it comes directly from the fallout of Michael Eisner and Jeffrey Katzenberg.
Yeah.
It's such a fascinating story.
Well, our friends down the street bought DreamWorks, or is in the process of buying DreamWorks.
Oh, my God. That's going to be so amazing.
They're going to get a whole new world of characters they can put in their parks. I mean, you got Shrek now. Shrek is huge.
Well, Shrek's been in the park. They've had a really good relationship with DreamWorks, but the thing is...
Wait. The weird relationship was that Disney was still distributing DreamWorks up until their last movie.
Right.
So they were the distributor. Why wouldn't you have said, hey, it's almost like Pixar. Pixar was distributed by Disney. Why wouldn't you have said to Disney, hey, maybe Disney said, you know what? We don't need you. We don't need you. And maybe it's a direct competition of Pixar. And they said, you know what? You do very similar things to them. We don't need another one of those.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
I thought Bob was on a buying spree. I thought he would have bought anything, but apparently not.
Yeah. But the one thing that now, if the same company that owns Universal can own DreamWorks, it gives them the ability to do something that they've never really been able to do, which is own a specific property. It's the same problem that they have. Like, stop and think about the biggest tent poles that they have at Universal. So you've got the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling can wake up one morning and go, screw it, I want it out. And it's done. Marvel Superhero Island. Mm-hmm. How many conversations do we have to have about that crazy deal with Marvel and Disney?
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
Universal doesn't own the rights to that,
Well, there's a lot of Steven Spielberg. It's not really Jurassic. It's like that, E.T.
Right.
And Spielberg could just say, all right, stop. I don't want you using any of my content anymore.
Right. So you've got all these different things, Men in Black, Transformers, all these really great attractions that, The Simpsons. Mm. You've got amazing attractions that are really beloved by the people who go to the parks, but they don't necessarily own it. Disney owns it.
Yeah.
Disney could do whatever they want, however they want, whenever they want it. If you ever look
Except for Avatar.
Except for Avatar. Yes. Let's not get in. We don't have time to get into that conversation. But if you ever want to see something funny, look at a Universal offer and look at all the disclaimer code at the bottom of the page.
Yeah. Versus
look at a Disney offer. It's like 1 or 2 lines of code.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of disclaimer. And that's because they own all the properties.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like Aerosmith. That's not. Twilight Zone's not. Avatar's not. Everything else, I think, there's only a few things that they really don't own the rights to.
They bought Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about that anymore.
Bought Marvel. Don't need to worry about that.
Bought Marvel. They already own Pixar.
Yep.
They're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that puts a fork in it, huh, John? We have anything else we need to chit-chat from Flam?
Nope, I don't think so. This is going to go out on May 4th, on Wednesday, so May the 4th be with you. And guys, just think about the time that we live in. We're talking about Star Wars movies. We're talking about Disney live-action movies based on Disney properties that we already love. We're talking about Marvel, years' worth of successful movies. This is just a great time to be a fan of Disney, even though I think sometimes we get a kick in the gut about the parks. It's still a great time to be a Disney fan.
Right. As we say around here, kiddies, we'll see you in the parks.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through.